What is going on, everybody? Scott Hogan here with another Sunday round. Let's get it fired up. We are going to play at French Lick. This is the die course. They've got two and now technically three courses part of the resort there. But I just played here. And I was playing the course before I went. Hit that one pretty good. And, you know, I thought, there's no way this is right, whatever. And went and played it, and I realized the course designer did a fabulous job. He really did. Because this course is ridiculous. It's fun, and it's doable. You know, you need a couple times to play it, I think, for sure. But, like, for example, this shot, you know, it's a long course. It's 8,100 yards. I'm hitting a little pitching wedge here. I didn't think a gap wedge would get there out of the bunker. So it's 8,100 yards, and, you know, we didn't play 8,100, obviously, but, like, it's just everything, even there, while you're there, it says, like, you know, there's quotes by Pete Dye, who designed it and all that, and it's like, you know, hey, this is not going to be fair. So if you go in with that kind of mentality, like, it's, you know, it's like, hey, I'm going to enjoy the challenge, I'm going to have fun, then it's a lot different. So we'll do that. By the way, we got our show coming up Monday, 7 p.m. We're going to see how it works. We've got all the codes and everything too. You'll see in the top right of the corner, you know, people ask, like, for the codes and everything on discounts. We put everything into a QR code. So you can see it. This one, you're just trying to hit it down, really kind of at that big bunker, and then everything rolls. So everything rolls a ton here as you go, and you really play into spots. So the one thing I'll say, well, actually, let's finish up. The codes are up there. You know, for discounts, any of that, we'll add and everything as we get them, you know, so you have them. But, yeah. So the thing about this course is, one, you can see how not flat it is, right? So I don't know if this ball, like in real life, would have stayed up there, okay? Like, it's probably working its way down to the left. Got a 9-iron. And the other thing is, with how everything's sloped, like, so I hit it, that was too much club. Now I'm down in this little area, and, like, that thing's gonna run off. You can see how low it is. Like, that's kind of how everything was. And it's like, all right, I really got to be supremely accurate. Like, the design was like it made Whistling Straits very mild. And Whistling Straits isn't that tough. It's more visually tough than anything. So you got to kind of get over that. Get up there. So this course was just tough. Like, all right, I can be 15 feet away, and I've got to play, like, the most ridiculous shot to get it close. So that's too hard. Maybe not. Okay. You know, and so that was kind of the big thing as we were going. But, I mean, the length of it wasn't bad. Like I said, everything's running and stuff. We played it, honestly, too short, in my opinion. You know, the caddies and stuff, and we're not all great players. I think I'm the lowest handicap at a 2, and there's some, you know, 15s, 16s as well. So we're just trying to have fun. But, you know, like, it's just, we could have played it longer because everything runs into the same spot. So, like, you just had, you know, like this hole, the goal was try to be up the right, anywhere but left, basically, which I feel like was kind of the theme of the day. You could play. You know, like, I hit this green into the second round, and it was like, all right, cool. The only thing that really stunk was we had a pin where you actually couldn't place the ball within like 8 feet. You had to make an 8-footer. So we actually ended up doing auto 3-putt. Or I should say max 3-putt as we were going. So this one, you just kind of want to lay it down. That hill on the left, you can see all the divots. Like, I don't know if that's by design. I might be in a divot. Like that was, you just get a lot of that because it all feeds to the same area. But a beautifully manicured course. So pin was kind of in a similar spot, but like we would sit there and we would just set the ball next to the hole, like with our hand, just place it and it wouldn't stay. So that was the only bad thing where you're like, all right, that's over the line. But, and also the caddy said he's never seen the pin there, and he's like, that was a mistake. That shouldn't happen. So, but it was a great day. Should kick left a little. Oh, there's a slope right there. That's right where the pin was that I'm talking about. You know, and so it was a great day. I mean, I would highly recommend it as a fun trip. It's top, I don't even know what it is. I think it's top 20 course. It's expensive. It's $350, but you can play all day. Like that's an all day rate, and they don't change that. It's just all year. If they're open, it's $350, but you can play as many times as you want. Seven iron here. This green slopes hard right to left, so you're trying to like kind of hit it up there. I kind of caught the flat side. There's like a hill, so again, kind of like what you see here. It's like now this should be pretty. This is fairly flat, but it's gonna be. If we were going more to the right, like we had the pin in the way back left, very, very slope. You could see it kind of sloping to the right here. You know, and so you had to kind of land it and let it release as you go. So, you know, again, very doable. I think a lot of local knowledge. You can see how I'm rolling away. Oh man, don't go off the green. Like this is kind of the stuff you would get. It's like, all right, it's just creeping. Like there's I think it's hole 11. We'll get there. It's very drivable. You know, this hole you could try, but then the green's crazy. It's way uphill. It is cool looking up. That's called the Pete Dye Mansion or whatever up there. But you just want to, this one, you just want to hit it out here down the, I guess you want it to be left more. Right wasn't bad, just to have a better angle. And you want to leave like a fuller shot in. We're up 10. You got to get it past, although if you go over the green, it filters off. There's a false edge on the back. So it's really just kind of trying to throw it up high and anywhere right of the flag actually is fine, except for when you 3-putt zone. So yeah, this is just a big hill. Yard bunker shot. Again, like the sand in these, but then yeah, it's just you're so low. Like if you can't get the spin, now you're chipping, and now we're back up this little ledge. I actually had this chip and hit a really good one where I just kind of bounced it there, and then it released up, and I didn't fall off the other side, which was great. Just a fun course. I'd highly recommend everybody try it and see what you can do on it, because it'll beat you up a little. Another one here, again, I'm playing 1 tee back. We played 4 tees up, so this is 3 tees up. But like this hole, like you drive it down there, you got like 50 yards in, because it's a huge, huge slope. At, you know, you can see it on the left there. So I'm not far enough left, but what ends up happening when you're over there, I don't want to go in the junk either, is you get down in this super low area, you're playing back uphill to a green that is tiny, very tiny, and you know, and it's super tight lies and all of that stuff. We're going 8-iron, just trying to get out and see if we can release it. It should run out, kind of like that. So, you know, the thing is, I'm learning when you're playing out of the junk, you really have to take enough loft to get up and over the grass, or else you're caught up in the grass. So we're gonna go here. Caddy advice, bunker on the right, stay just left of it, and it all feeds left. Not my best strike. Kind of off on how far I am. You know, these are huge hills, so this ball should kick way left. You can see the 7.5 left on the bottom there. So it's a huge uphill. So, you know, to play this shot, we got to be aiming like over here. By the way, you can see I'm using the mouse for what we're going to do at the live show. So setup slightly different for right now. So you can see that ball just takes off super left, which actually isn't bad. I'm going to have a way uphill shot, and it's blind, most likely. But the right side is bunkers, and it's super deep and all of that you're playing out of. So, you know, I think it's a course too. Like, you know, you got to have a short game. Obviously, that's something I'm struggling on, but I'm getting better, I think. You got to have a short game. Hit it. Oh, that'll work. That'll work. You know, but you also, I think it's such a target course. If I was really going to play it, I'd be interested to see. They play a Symetra Tour event here. And I'd be very interested to see how they play it. You know, I think you can just kind of, if you're patient and plotting, it might be a lot easier, because a lot of these short game shots, like that last one was lucky. I might have run off the green the other side. Going 7-iron here. Should just be a good full one. Again, tiny green. Tiny green back there. That's a good shot. Of course, fabulous conditions. Maybe some of the best I've ever played. You know, Valhalla would rival that. But Valhalla is more expensive, and it's also private. So it was pretty sweet. Worth the $350. I think that's going to kind of depend up to you and what you think about taking trips and stuff. I really like trips. Not very good there. This one, you're trying to hug the left. It's a tiny fairway, and then everything feeds. Now this is going to kick hard right. So now you just got, it's not a bad shot, but you know, you try to hit it down the left, and then and you can see how sloped that fairway is. So everything kind of feeds. So there are times you'll hit the fairway and you cannot stay in the fairway, depending at the distance you hit it. You know, if you catch some of the slopes, the ball won't stay. Oh, that's pulled. But I'm on a right slope, so it evened it out. So that was just luck, because I didn't even think about that slope. Big hill right there should stop it, because I hit it there and spun it back when we played. So, yeah, again, recommend this one. All right, 339. I'm going to send it. Again, I'm kind of working on, you know, my areas here. So let's see here. .280. Not the smartest send here. And it's not, I mean, it's just not a smart send in general. Like when we played her again from the upper tees, I was able to drive like onto the front edge of the green. Still made bogey with like a 4-putt, which will happen. But, you know, from this tee, it's a little bit more strategic, I think. So you just hit it here, wedge it on. I think this is just like the ultimate course of like, hey, you got to trust your short irons, and B, hit to them. Don't, you know, you cannot attack these greens with, you know, there's so much slope and all that. Like, you need to be able to spin the ball and have some height. So if you could hit super long or super high long irons, you could do it. We're going little pitch, it's downhill. I hit it just a hair thin. I mean, it's a good shot. And then just hit shots like that, right? Like, you know, and we're not even getting to the green. Now this is the drivable one where I drove it on the edge and I had like a putt that broke. I mean, this putt broke 20 feet. So I did think this would be interesting from back here. You know, so we were up like here or something. Like, I don't know, was it here? I think it was here. And you could drive it because it's super downhill. Like super downhill from up there. So we were like up high right up here. It was like 330, but it played like 265. So it was like some people are hitting 3 woods. I hit a slice driver. We're going to try and see what we got to cover that and have a little wedge. Because I don't want to hit that smaller. This is a hole, I think it's interesting because like the layup is tiny too. So we hit that decent. And as long as we carry this kind of the cart path, these are just like mounds. And actually, I don't know, maybe it is, maybe I don't remember, but I feel like that wasn't tall grass there. I feel like you had a little more room, like up to the cart path of just regular grass. And the rough was fine. It's not really penal at all, other than taking spin off. That was probably the biggest issue. So now we're just trying to kind of get it up there. This is going to be on that part. It's going to break hard right. This is right where the pin was. That's right where the pin was when we played. Super hard breaker. One of our guys in our group actually eagled it. He hit I think he hit his driver to like 4 feet. He plays a massive slice. But it worked on that hole. It was a perfect shot for that hole. Kind of faded in there. So you do what you got to do. So this is another one where like you can hit driver. You got some room left, not a ton, but it gets you into like an awkward spot for a riskier shot. So I like 3-wood here. You can see how much it slopes left up there, like the farther you go. So it's like you get into the same spot and it's like, all right, I've got a wedge from a tougher scenario, right? Like that's some of the stuff you have to think about when you're playing a tough course is, all right, I've got to be precise and you got to take into account everything. Like, all right, where's my ball position? What's the slope doing? Little pitching wedge. Ball was sloping a little bit right. Didn't want to miss left. Get in there, give me another birdie. There we go. So you can see as I'm like playing more and more conservative. Now I did have the eagle, that was luck. But you know, we're playing a little more and more conservative. This is a cool hole. This is like a big Redan hole. We had the pin way in the back left. You can see the big giant slope in the middle there. The pin's short of it today, but you try to land on it and feed it left. I landed just short of it, and then you got a huge breaking putt. Just full on 9. Felt like I was a little ahead of it. Yeah. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like you got to just kind of adapt. I think that's what a lot of people don't do when they play, and myself included. I can fall into it. I think I did that one of these rounds here. Was I just didn't really like adapt to what the course was. Like, you know, I'm like, oh, I should be able to do this, or I should be able to do this, and it's like, you know, hey, this is the ultimate, like, no, you can't do that. It's just not going to work. And you're going to put yourself you're going to have a miserable day of just being in trouble. And we don't want that. We want this to be fun. So huge, you know, not the longest hole, obviously, par 5, but it is very uphill, especially on the second shot. You got to hit a decent drive to give yourself a look. Tons of room right. You know, there's room you can't see. Like even more than that, like that, you really can't reach that mound. So again, you know, it doesn't know the tees, but it's very uphill. And you're trying to just get it up there around the green. You got this, you can see the mounding in the fairway. The right side, way, way lower. I played from there, you know, you just can't see a thing. Several shots on this course, you know, in the fairway or whatever, where you just have to, like, you need help to see it. Caddies lining you up, whatever. So way uphill out of the rough. You can see it's just going to funnel into this bowl. It's probably going to come back is my guess. So another area where everything just feeds to one spot. You can try the left side as well. I feel like it was harder to hit the left side. And it was also, you know, the angle wasn't, it was better, but it was like a lot harder, I felt like, to hit it. So we're going to go here. Oop, no go. Let's try that again. Just a little. Oh, I hit it way too good. I hit that good too. Too hard. I thought the uphill was going to take a little more out of it. It's not a bad spot though. Probably would really putt this. But we're just going to pitch it on. It should release, I thought. Guess not. All right. 15th hole. What we got? 352. Another one. You know, I'm just grabbing driver. Don't really need it. You know, this course kind of debunks, I don't know, it seems like, again, I would love to see how professionals play this course, because it seems to debunk some of the kind of common that's left. Strategy thoughts, right? Like, it's going to be brutal. Well, we're going to try it. We'll see how it works out of there. Of like, hey, you know, get the ball closer. You know, you're better off if in doubt, send it type stuff. So this one's interesting because I'm lying so hard to the left, but I don't want to hit that rock. So we're going to aim over here. We got to aim over here. I'm hoping that doesn't put me in the rock. We're hitting a pitching wedge. Just want to get up the hill. Got out of there. It's a good shot. Stay off the green. I would definitely take that. So, you know, conventional or common thoughts nowadays is just send it, get up there. And this course, you know, I wonder what they would do, because you have so many uneven lies and stuff like that where it's like, all right, do I need to, you know, is that the play? We're going to see too. I've been working hard on the short game too, so hopefully that'll help a lot of you out, because we'll have some talk about that. This hole, you can play this hole from the tips. This hole's 301. Like, there's like nowhere to even hit it from 301. Like, if you play there and you can't hit it 300 in the air, there's like nowhere short to lay it up either. So it was a crazy hole. This one's 5 iron. Just trying to get anywhere in the middle of the green. If we get better than that, it would be great. Again, it's just, you know, you can't front left pin. You're hitting a 5 iron, hit it good. You're not gonna, like, I'm not gonna hit that any closer unless I'm getting lucky. So, I mean, to me, that's an A+ shot. Kind of the epitome of the course. It's like, hey, you got to get to these comfortable short irons. So, this one, kind of same thing, 427. This should leave me, you know, 120, 130. Hit that pretty good. Haven't been driving it as good as I did at the start. I didn't drive it great on this trip. Wasn't terrible, but I could definitely, I had been driving it, I thought, better. But I've been working, I mean, I have been working really hard on short game, so. Little 9 here. Pin's right in the middle. Hit that pretty good. Just see if it's the right distance. Brakes. Ah. Close. All right, home hole. You do get a chance on this one. Typically, very, very, very downhill, like a run out. And then it's very similar to like the 3rd hole. So you wanna, you know, there's actually a flagpole that you're gonna go. So I gotta be a little more right of where that, so I'm gonna try to fade it. So I'm gonna leave it where it's aimed, but let it fade. And I should have aimed more right. Man, I hammered that too. So, like in real life, this is so far downhill, like no chance. You can see the downhill slope, 13.5 degrees. So when you have a shot like that, like it's not even gonna work coming back uphill. This is what stinks, is like, you know, you gotta I'm gonna have to hit it like that way. Now you can see it's downhill, but it's more left. And we're just trying to get out. You can just see it's gonna come out low and, you know, deep rough, who knows how it's coming out. You're just guessing. And now we play up. Gonna be another downhill sloper. That means it's gonna come in lower. It's gonna come out left. Downhill, I typically hit them more right, but so it's gonna come out. I don't hit them as far. It should run out a little bit. I mean, that's a good shot. And there we go. So great course. Wish I would have shot that when I played in real life. But it's a great course. Definitely one I think to try. Great job, whoever designed it. I didn't see the designer, but they did a fantastic job. I thought when I first played it, I was like, this course is ridiculous. Something weird's going on. Then I went and played the course, and I was like, oh, this course is ridiculous. So they did a very good job. So I highly recommend it. French Lick, a great course to play. Having a lot of fun. You're gonna be challenged though. So just take it easy on yourself. All right, see everybody Monday. Remember, check out those codes in the top right if you need them. And looking forward to a good show on Monday.